but my understanding and the thing that matters to me more than the broader context is the million people in the dirt, dude. Million fucking conscripts in the dirt.
That's fine, okay? But when you care about things like dead people, you're coming from the West, where that's like the most important thing to care about, right? Like just whether or not somebody's alive or dead is like the most important thing to care about, okay? That's all that matters, because you have a country, you have a narrative, you have a story, you've got a government, you've got all these things that are working for you, okay? And now all you have to think about is like, okay, well, am I going to die or am I going to live, or is this person going to die or live? And that's it, okay? Right. When you look at, and there's broader narratives here that even I don't understand, because I'm not a part of it, because I don't have that lived experience. So I'm very, very, very loosely going by what people say, okay? But Eastern Europe has fought for legitimacy. Places like Poland have fought for legitimacy to be included in the Western world for decades, okay? This idea of breaking from the Soviet Union, of being your own country. Like, we are a people. We are more than just foreign fucking workers for British people. We're more than just temporary visa stays, to work in the summer and then go back to our shitty Eastern European countries. Like, we want to fight our corruption. We want to join the rest of the world. We want to be real countries with real people that are free of like corrupt and crazy leaders and bureaucrats that are trying to fuck us over constantly. Like, we're trying to become a thing, okay? And Ukraine has been historically a country that's had a lot of issues with corruption and a lot of issues with trying to break from that stereotype of Eastern European destitution. And they were on the path to doing that. And they had a leader who was, the populist support was, hey, we're finally going to have access to European markets. We're finally going to make a deal with the European Union. We're finally moving in that direction. And then they had a leader who was like, actually, no, we're going to go back to Russia, get fucked. And as a result of like all the protests and all of the riots and all of this, they have their huge 2014 Euromaidan. And basically what they see in front of them is, oh, it's business as usual. Here comes Russia, there goes Crimea, and now we're back in this world where we're going to be subjugated by Russia. We're not a Western country. We're not even a real country. We're a group of fucking losers who nobody else in the rest of the world wants to help or do anything for. Obama's not doing fuck all for us. Europe isn't doing fuck all for us, and now Russia's fucking with our shit again. And this is a group of people who desperately want their own country, and they want to have a country that they can be a part of, that they can be proud of, that they can have a narrative and a place on the world stage, who slowly see themselves being eaten and consumed by the Soviet Union again. So to look at those people and go like, well, isn't it bad that like a lot of you guys have died? You should just make peace. Like, that's easy to say as an American with your own country, your own government, your own elected leaders. You have a story, you have all of that. That's a completely separate thing to look at Ukrainians who are bleeding away whole sections of their country while the rest of the world stands by and watches, and they'd be like, shouldn't you guys just stop because there's so many of you dying? Like, do you understand how horrible that is? Like, it's such a Western take. Not to say that death is good, but there's something more at play here. There has to be something more at play than just some people dying, because that's what's moved nations and peoples, is more than just like a concern for an individual or even just your family or even just your neighborhood. It's like this cause for an entire country, right?
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, what's up?
And I'm not even lying to you. Mm-hmm. That was incredibly moving and well done.
Thanks, buddy.
Like, here's the thing. Maybe I'm like, it's not, your kind of implication that the other end, that my end of this must be, I don't support Ukrainians, is where we have a fundamental disagreement or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, but that was well done.
I know that you're not like anti-Ukrainian, and you said that you don't support Russia, so I agree with you. I think sometimes in the West, I think we take for granted all the things that we have, and then we just assume that everybody else has these like same larger narratives and everything, and they just want to like not have as many people die for a thing. And it's hard in America. It's really hard to imagine wanting to die for a thing, because for the most part, like, things are pretty good over here. Like, fuck, I don't want to die for anything right now. Like, that's a pretty tall order. But given like a different set of circumstances, maybe,